you've probably heard the saying, turn your pain into purpose. It sounds good, but how do you actually do it? In all our lives, there are moments of darkness, moments of hurt and heartache that just feel too much. I know that feeling, but I also know that there's a way to take all that stuff, the source of suffering, and use it to discover that which you were meant to do. I am so proud to announce the launch of a very special project that'll educate, empower, and inspire us to heal from our worst times. It'll show us how to use the bad in service of all that is good, and just live with more light, levity, and love. We're calling it the Comeback Collective. It's the most important work I've ever done. My life has taken me on a wild and crazy ride. I've learned a lot along the way, but one of the greatest lessons is that everyone has a story. And that story has the power to heal, the power to teach, the power to change lives. But that can only happen if the story is shared. And that's why I'm sharing my story for the first time. More than 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with a rare form of brain cancer. It was Thanksgiving 2010. I was 24, and let me tell you, trying to find anything to be thankful for was a real struggle. The journey to today has not been easy. Physically, I've gone through 2 brain surgeries and 15 months of chemotherapy. But mentally and spiritually, I've evolved in more ways than I ever thought possible, thanks to a whole lot of love. I am the proud product of 2 Wonder Women, a single mom and grandma. Family has always been important to me. That took on new meaning when my brilliant brother, Shanit, passed away in a tragic accident. I moved back home to support my family, but in reality, they are supporting me. I've always been that curious kid. I remember my 5th grade teacher saw something in me. After school, she'd take me to the radio station across the street, and before I knew it, I was co-hosting a kids' radio show. Years later, I had a tunnel vision ambition to be a broadcast journalist, anchoring the nightly news. That ultimately grew into a passion for connecting with others authentically and giving them a platform to share their story. But this isn't just about me. There are countless others, ordinary people who've experienced extraordinary adversity and somehow defied the odds to not just get by, but thrive, to have beautiful, purpose-driven lives. But how did they do it? What are the secrets to their stories of success? How can we use their life as a class? That is why we're launching the Comeback Collective. It's an organic evolution of all I've been through, what I'm into, and some of the lessons learned along the way. Before my brother passed, he said he wanted to show me something. He lifted his sleeve to reveal this tattoo that read, "You'll never walk alone." Shanit wanted me to know that no matter what, he would be there with me, with every step I take. And in launching the Comeback Collective, I want to help others see that they too are not alone. Not now, not ever. For years, I lived in shame. I honestly was afraid. I was scared I was going to die because that's literally what the experts told me. But I am done hiding, and I am not afraid. I know my struggles have given me a strength I didn't know I had, and wisdom that only experience offers. I know I am not alone. One of my favorite quotes comes from wellness warrior Chris Carr, who says, "Life is a terminal condition. We are all going to die, but how many of us will truly live?" After thriving with a rare and incurable cancer for well over 15 years, I'd say she knows a thing or two. Through the Comeback Collective, we'll sit down with some of the most inspiring people and use their life as a class. People like my friend Clementine Romaria, who was just 6 years old when she and her sister escaped the Rwandan genocide. For 7 years, they were refugees. Clementine and her sister journeyed from Rwanda to South Africa. That's over 2,000 miles. Clementine went on to graduate from Yale University and was appointed by President Obama to the board of the U.S. Holocaust Museum. We have an awesome production team ready to go. All we need are the funds to help film the pilot with Clementine. The goal is to produce a series of shows that we'll share as video and podcasts. Ultimately, our intention is to show how we can use the struggles and the experiences that have brought us the most pain to fuel the things that most matter. Things like intention, resilience, compassion, healing, and joy. So thanks for watching this video, and thanks for helping the Comeback Collective come to life in any way you can.